You're listening to Strange by Nature, your guide to the strange, weird, unbelievable, and improbable wonders of the natural world.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for being here today. I'm Kirk Mona, and joining me are Rachel Gimza and Victoria Thompson. We're all naturalists who together have scoured the world for weird and wonderful wonders, just to please your mammalian brain's desire for novelty. Isn't that nice? Let's do this.
Well, welcome back to the show. This week it's me and Victoria again. Kirk is still out this week. We wish him well. He's doing what he needs to do, which is totally fine, because boy howdy, Victoria, do I have something fun for you.
Oh, I'm excited. Tell me.
Oh, good. So, Victoria, do you recall when I talked about the tasseled woebegone shark in episode 80?
Wait, what was it called? No, I don't remember.
That's fair. To be fair, we've talked about this. We've been pretty frank about this on the show, is we'll go through and record, little behind the scenes. We'll go through and record, and we're all really interested in what we've talked about, and somewhere in the recesses of our brains, that information sticks, because every once in a while I will tell Kirk a little fun fact that I apparently told him on the show, or he told me, or you told me. It's just, so it stays there, but I don't recall exactly who I've told it or where I learned every piece of bit. And often right after we record, my brain kind of just shuts off for a little bit, and all information kind of goes away. So
same, Rachel, same.
Yep. So we've talked about it on the show. I'm going to be frank about it. That's kind of what happened. So I'm not surprised you don't remember anything about the tasseled woebegone shark. Another little offsite. Before we pressed record, I actually had Victoria. I was double checking our spreadsheet because I thought I saw another name, and apparently in a different episode I talked about the black sea devil. We'll talk about it in a second. So I don't remember much about the tasseled woebegone, to be really honest. But while researching that, and because it's no surprise to anyone, while I was researching and trying to figure out what I was going to talk about this week, some of the folks I follow on social media love sharks as well. So the fact that I learned about the tasseled woebegone shark is unsurprising. But one of the people I follow actually just posted about the woebegone shark, and they actually corrected a misidentified picture of the shark to the actual species. And that in itself sent me on a different rabbit hole, because this person hated the fish that I'm going to be talking about today. And I was like, excuse me, this is fascinating. And don't get me wrong, tasseled woebegones, absolutely fascinating. Go listen. This fish is also fascinating. So, and part of the reason why is because you all are my captive audience, and I'm going to tell you about what I found because it's upsetting and I love it so much.
Oh, okay. Bracing myself now.
You should. So the animal I'm talking about today is called the goosefish, which is tragic as it does not have anything to do with geese at all, and it does not look like a goose. And it is a fish, but that's about it.
Ugh.
These guys
I just Googled it.
Yeah, you should. It's awful, isn't it? So this is a group of 25 species in the family Lophididae. Sometimes they are called anglers or monkfish. Goosefish in general have a pretty wide, there's 25 different species. So I might have talked about a similar one with the black sea devil in a previous episode, but it's not exactly the same. It's in the same kind of family. It's still an anglerfish technically, but it is not the same animal. And I am so grateful because it did send me down a wonderful rabbit hole, and I'm excited to share it with all of you. So the goosefish are, like I said, there are 25 different species. They're also known as monkfish, and okay, we'll give a brief description about what they are. They look like a flounder. They look like a fish that you pancaked to the
yeah,
floor.
they're kind of flat, but they don't have that weird thing going where the flounder's like head is on its side with the two eyes pointing up in a weird way.
More upsettingly, the face is on top of the fish with the eyes facing up, and the mouth just is super wide and like ready to chomp. It's
like sort of like a much scarier real life version of the pout fish from the children's picture books.
Terrible. Now, it's a really broad head. It allows it to maneuver pretty easily because unsurprisingly, because its head and eyes are facing up, it lives on the seabed. So and not just like on the seabed, it's like 3,000 feet down. It is not really in a space that we're going to be, which is great.
Did we mention that it's all mouth? It's all mouth.
It's all mouth.
The mouth is enormous.
The mouth, it is mostly mouth. Oh man. Sometimes when I've brought up like fish where I'm like, oh, look at this. Isn't this horrifying? And it ends up being tiny. I'm sorry. This is not one of those fish. Okay. They can grow up, depending on the species, they can grow up to 4 feet in length.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
No one liked that. They actually, I think depending on the fish too, some of them can be a little bit bigger, but in general, like 2 to 4-ish feet is pretty average for a goosefish. And they can weigh as much as 50 pounds. Yeah, so that's fun. So these are not small fish. They are hanging out on the bottom of the seabed, and they are ambush predators. They're pretty flat, and they have a mottled brown or olive kind of skin that allows them to blend in pretty easily with the floor. They also have little flagellae hanging out above them to help blend in with pretending to be the ocean floor, which they are absolutely not. Okay?
Yeah,
They also do have a natural lure, an esca. So they have a worm-like appendage above on their head to help lure and attract unsuspecting prey into a striking distance, so that way it can, be an ambush and be like, oh, I'm just a little worm hanging out. It's no problem.
Yeah.
Just come and have some food.
Like the anglerfish.
Very similar. Yeah. It is in the same family, so that's unsurprising.
Okay. That makes sense.
But that does mean that because it's an ambush predator, it strikes pretty quick. So it is able to strike and get its prey pretty consistently. Now, like I said, they are found depending on the species, and like I said, there's 25 different species. They are found all over. They seem to prefer cold temperate waters, mostly in like the continental shelves and slopes of the Western Atlantic. Along the U.S. and Canada.
Okay.
So, and like the North Atlantic Ocean. So that's fun. And they can be found anywhere from 200 to 2,000 feet, again, depending on the particular species. As you can imagine, being a fish laying at the bottom of the ocean like that, they will eat whatever comes across. Primarily, they will eat fish, they'll eat squid, crustaceans, whatever they can. Sure. They have also been documented eating birds that
Wait, what?
fly down. There is some documentation of that they are able to, if there was a research paper done where apparently they found the goosefish was found to eat auks that were diving, like small
Ox.
that were flying down and diving into the water, and it came too close to the goosefish, and the goosefish went chomp.
I'm guessing this must have been in some shallower
It
water.
wasn't a more shallow water.
Okay.
And they are over along the British Isles too. They're not there. But yeah.
Huh.
It has been documented that they've eaten birds, which is not a common thing for a fish.
Right?
Pretty much if it can fit in their mouth, it's being eaten. And
Impressive.
their mouth is pretty expansive.
It is.
So
Pretty big mouth.
it is large. I don't think we can say that enough. It is upsetting.
Lots of little sharp needle-like teeth in there.
Well, yes. So that is one big piece of it, is like they are known for their sharp needle-like teeth as part of their thing. Which, yeah. Now, you think that would be it for the goosefish? However, what is one thing that you haven't really noticed or seen on the picture that you're looking at? Do you see any fins, Victoria?
Not so much on the fins. And I have the Wikipedia, or not the Wikipedia, like the Google Images search here, and there's one of these where it sort of appears to be walking on its fins.
Yeah. That's I think one of the more upsetting pieces about this fish. They are able to, very similar to some other fish that we've talked about on this show, they are able to, their pelvic fins and the first spiny dorsal fin are actually like supported by like some spines, and they're able to like kind of walk along the bottom of the ocean on their fins until they find a spot that they think is good enough for them.
Can they even swim?
They can swim. So they have some other fins that they are able to, like, actually, I'm flapping my hands like I'm swimming. So they are able to actually swim as well, and they have a pretty pronounced like tail fin. But like the very first ones right up underneath on their not dorsal side, their ventral side. They use those as like walking more than they use them for swimming.
That's a little creepy.
It is. It's always disturbing to see a fish walk.
Yes.
You never expect it, and when it happens, it's always upsetting. And that is one of the many reasons why I chose Goosefish today. Was I saw that picture and I went, that's upsetting. We need to talk about it. Yeah. So, some other fun things about this. Some goosefish have actually been documented with their stomach contents comprising of over half their body size. So they will eat and eat and eat. Which can be problematic, as we've also discussed on this show, if things like ferment or like if they can't digest things fast enough, that can also pose a problem for a lot of animals. But it doesn't seem to be an issue. They are really challenging to spot, as you would expect for an ambush predator. But we actually are still learning more about goosefish and what they look like and what they offer, or not offer, but like what their behaviors are a little bit more, just because they're hard to find. They are extremely well camouflaged, and researchers have had a hard time trying to find them.
Yeah, I bet.
So that is unsurprising. But overall, they are often, sometimes you might see them in a fish market. Often they're called monkfish when they are.
Oh yeah,
in
I've
there.
heard of monkfish.
Yeah, and they are pretty highly prized actually in culinary circles. So it's pretty important on that part.
Yeah,
of
I bet
things.
they're served as fillets.
Yes, I don't think you can serve them any other way, honestly. But they are one of the top predators in the ocean. They do obviously get eaten, but they will eat whatever gets closer to them. If there are sharks around, sharks will often eat them if they can find them. But they're pretty important, and they are just really cool. I just thought that they were wild, and I think it's funny that they also eat flounder, because that's pretty much what they are, except not. It's so funny to me.
Yeah.
So that is the goosefish. That is what I have for you this week. My sources this week, all about fishing, had some really great information. Wikipedia, the Delaware fisheries, the Delaware DNR version, I guess,
Okay.
had some really awesome information about, like, basic information about goosefish. And then I also got some information from Ocean Conservancy and oceaninfo.com. So that is what I have for you this week. We're going to take a quick break, and after you all recover from that absolutely wild, hopefully not as upsetting as it could have been, information, we have Victoria.
All right, we're back. So, have you ever heard of Emas National Park? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Emas?
I don't think so.
Well, it's in Brazil, so, you know.
That would be why I have not heard of it. Yes.
Yes, it's in central, sort of southwestern Brazil.
Okay.
It really sounds like a nature lover's dream in a lot of ways. It's very large. It's 1,320 square kilometers, which is 510 square miles, which is
That's pretty big.
roughly half the size of Rhode Island.
I say not bad as if it's not half the size of our smallest state. Amazing. That is phenomenal. Keep going.
It has a number of habitats, including grasslands, savannas, riverine forests, and wetlands. And animals that you can see in this park include jaguars, maned wolves, rheas, like those giant birds, you know?
Yeah.
Giant anteaters, and giant armadillos.
Okay. That sounds great. When are we going, Victoria? Is this before or after New Zealand and Australia?
Kind of a coin toss situation, really.
Coin toss? Okay. Because it sounds phenomenal and I want to go yesterday.
Okay. Well, I haven't even gotten to my topic yet.
Oh my goodness.
Which is probably the most unusual thing in the park. I'm going to talk about the termite mounds.
Victoria, you just talked about Maine wolves, jaguars, and a giant bird.
Yeah.
And armadillos. And you want to talk about the termite mounds?
Yeah, I know. That doesn't sound exciting. You can find termite mounds not only in South America, but also in Africa, Australia, and Asia. And, you know, like, they're cool.
I mean, I've seen some really cool ones, I guess.
I did a whole episode back in episode 68 where I talked about how the mounds are used to ventilate the termite nests, which is super cool. But that is not why these mounds are special.
Okay.
The mounds in Emas National Park are unique because they glow at night.
Excuse me.
Yes.
They what?
They glow.
They glow. They're bioluminescent?
Bioluminescent. So
The ground is not supposed to glow, Victoria. If the ground glows, that means there's radiation and you need to walk away. Glowing ground is not good.
I will say this is a fleeting and special phenomenon. Only lasts about 2 weeks as the first wet season rains come to the area. And
Cool.
in these 2 weeks, as night falls, some of the mounds start to light up with an eerie green light with speckled like stars on each mound. So it looks like little miniature cities.
Little stars
scattered
little
across
maps,
the savannah.
Galaxy over. Oh, this is so fun.
Yes. Well, this mysterious light belongs to the bodies of a species of click beetle.
But you said they're termite mounds.
They're termite mounds. So I'm going to attempt the Latin name of this click beetle.
I believe in you.
Pyrierinus termitiluminans. Termitiluminans, yes.
Okay. Well, I know the species specific part is termite light.
Yes, I got that too.
Light termite.
And pyre sounds like it has something to do with fire, so...
I mean, if they're click beetles, maybe they're all bioluminescent in that genus. I'm fascinated. Keep going.
Yeah.
I love click beetles. What?
So the adults do glow, but the larvae have a stronger light, and they are responsible for the illuminations of the mounds.
Okay.
But before we go any farther, I just want to do a little sidebar on click beetles because they are fascinating.
I love them so
Don't
much.
think we've talked about them on the show.
Which is a crime. Ugh.
Yes. So click beetles are a large family of beetles. There's like over 9,000 known species, and they're named, unsurprisingly, for a loud clicking sound that they can make.
Yep.
This is very cool, though.
It's so cool.
The click happens when the beetles are on their backs, and it comes from a spring mechanism that will send the beetle flying into the air. Simply like, well, so there are different hypotheses as to why. Nobody's totally sure. So maybe just to get right side up, although it's very uncontrolled.
Yeah, they kind of go
spring,
wherever. Like the pumpkin toadlets that you talked
Yes,
about forever ago.
very much so. Very much so.
They're flinging themselves into the unknown.
I guess some folks think it may be to startle predators, try to escape, but when they are confronted with predators, they tend to play dead, so it's a little unclear. Nobody really knows. But this click mechanism actually works similarly to a traditional mouse trap. I unfortunately have had to set these in my house.
Me too.
You have this arm that you pull back, that's the spring, and then there's a lever that notches in to a thing that just barely holds it in place, and then that's attached to the trigger mechanism.
Have you ever sprung one of those on yourself? Because
Sadly,
I have,
yes.
And it's painful.
It is very painful. Those are strong springs.
Yeah.
Well, the click beetle has a latch on the underside of its body near the top of its thorax. And it can set the latch, like kind of load the spring, by flexing its head and the first section of its thorax backward.
Okay.
And then to let the spring loose, I think they flex forward, if I'm understanding how the mechanism works. And that release of energy sends them flipping up into the air at up to 380 Gs in some species.
My goodness.
Yes.
That is a lot more G's than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's what click beetles are all about. But the adults are kind of not the point of my story. They do lay their eggs at the base of abandoned termite mounds. It sounds like they take empty termite mounds.
I mean, that's good. I feel like the termites might eat them otherwise, you know?
Oh, well, termites tend to eat decaying plant matter.
Well, yeah, but I feel like other things could eat the termites and then might eat the larvae too.
I'm afraid to say that the shoe is very much on the other foot. So these larvae crawl the way up and they dig little U-shaped tunnels in the surface of the mound that they hide in. And the bioluminescent chemicals are mainly in their heads. And so on the right sort of night, they stick their heads out of the little tunnels and wiggle it around. And this acts as a lure for flying insects. And any flying insects that come and investigate and land close to them will get snagged and eaten by the beetle larvae.
I mean, talented. This is just an episode of us talking about animals that lure their prey in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here you go, little carrot for you.
But in fact, winged termites in their migration phase are one of the beetle larva's favorite foods. So, this is
fair.
when termites are leaving the nest looking for new places to settle, they land on former termite nests and get eaten.
Yeah. What fun.
Yeah. So, and there are thousands of these larvae, just each a little point of light in the darkness, lighting up these mounds. There's some photos you can see online that are pretty cool.
I'll make sure to include them in the newsletter and our Instagram. I know it's not been posted much recently. There's been a lot of life stuff, but it'll be there.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I have. Just super
phenomenal.
Cool. So unusual. Got to go to Brazil sometime. Well, my sources this week were several. So there was an article in the New Scientist, Bioluminescent Termite Mounds Lure Insects to Their Death from July 2017.
Great title. A+.
Mm-hmm. Atlas Obscura had a good article. There was a UK Natural History Museum blog post with I think it was an award-winning photograph. And then there was a helpful video from the Ant Lab. You familiar with
Ant
Lab
I love
on
the
YouTube?
Ant Lab. Yeah.
Super great guy. Yeah. And he shows like close-up slow-mo of the click mechanism of click beetles. So that was
so cool.
Yeah. Really fun. A little bit of background information from Wikipedia and some information about Imas National Park from BrazilNatureTours.com.
Oh, amazing. So we're going to get started planning our trip to Brazil.
Yep. After we go to New Zealand.
Right. Okay. So it is going to be after New Zealand.
Yeah, I think it's going to be after New Zealand.
I think that's fair. We've talked about New Zealand and Australia enough. Like, if we go over to New Zealand, we can just jump onto a short boat or something over to Australia.
It's not short.
Well, never mind. There goes my idea that we get into a canoe.
It's really far away. I think it's like a 5 or 6 hour flight from the closest part of Australia.
I need to look back at my geography, clearly, because I was like, we can get into a canoe and just canoe over. No, we can't. No, we can't. We shan't. That would be a bad idea for multiple reasons. Okay. Thanks, Victoria. This is great.
All right. Yeah, that's all we have this week. Good talking to you.
Good talking to you, too. We'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks everyone for listening to today's show. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes drop every Wednesday, and we love sharing this strange world with all our listeners. If you would be so kind as to leave us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get your podcasts, that would be great. It lets other lovers of the strange discover the show. You can reach us by searching for Strange by Nature Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. You can send us an email as well. Our address is contact@strangebynaturepodcast.com. If you want more information about the show, you can check out our website, strangebynaturepodcast.com, and you can support the show and get ad-free episodes at patreon.com/strangebynature. Until next week, get outside, stay curious, and embrace the strange.